Imagine being forced from your home, having to leave everything behind, and the reason, mold. It happened to a Ruskin family. As 10 News reporter Phil Buck shows you, there are things to look out for so it doesn't happen to you.
It's not fair to our family what has happened, to pay years and years into a mortgage and to walk away with nothing.
Natalia Castillo thought she had the perfect home for her family, but there was always something that didn't seem right.
My house started getting wet 2 months after we bought it.
Once again, we have a wet floor.
Water came in the house through the sides, from the ground. We lost everything.
Castillo says after years of the builder patching up smaller fixes, she finally decided there had to be more to the problem. So she brought in an engineer and a mold expert. That mold expert told her, you need to get your family out of this home. And that's when they were forced to move in with her mother, abandoning the home they invested in for more than a decade.
Her home wasn't properly built.
We took the inspection report to our own expert to see if Castillo's story added up.
With something like a vapor barrier missing, that's just something that should not have happened. In Florida, that's an essential component, or you're almost surely going to have mold.
Insurance won't cover the damage because it's seen as a contractor defect. And as it turns out, Castillo isn't alone. DeMartino says many of the homes built around the same time as the Castillos have similar issues.
They were turning them out as quickly as possible, and then, we had a lot of issues. Inspectors weren't looking closely at what they were doing, so we have a lot of issues where a lot of things were slipping through the cracks. And then now a lot of these, good people and homeowners are paying for this.
I'm not the only one here that has problems. There's other families here that have problems, but they're afraid to come forward. Whether it's because they don't speak any English, they're elderly, they're afraid of losing their home.
Afraid like Castillo's 5-year-old son.
He's constantly building houses.
Who spends every day thinking about the house his family doesn't have.
That's Aiden's house. He's working on building us a house. He says that we're all going to live there and everything is going to be okay.
Now Castillo says she's taken on extra work, hoping to save enough money for a down payment on another home by March. And when I asked her why by March, she said because that's Aiden's birthday. And all he wants for a present this year is a home, so his family doesn't have to live here. In Ruskin, Phil Buck, 10 News, WTSP.
Oh, that is so heartbreaking. Now, Castillo says she actually can't go after the builder because of the 10-year statute of limitations. Her home is already back on the market, listed at a discount price by the government. The Castillos qualified for a program where the USDA takes over your home. The family doesn't have to continue paying the mortgage, but they don't get back any of the money they invested.